Hi, my name's Eli Firestone. I'm a railway engineer with Arup, been here for 3 years, and I was a project manager on the Kampuchea House project.
My name is Mithra. I'm a structural engineer at Arup. I've worked here for 3 years and I was involved in the design and construction of Kampuchea House.
Hi, my name's Luke Treadwell. I'm a mechanical engineer at Arup. I've been here 2.5 years and I went over to Kampuchea House for 10 days just to help out and see what was happening over there.
Well, actually, I've been involved with Kampuchea House Orphanage for about 4 years now. I first went over there and did a bit of work myself, volunteering, then came back to Melbourne and have been involved with the committee, helping plan and fundraise for the orphanage. And during this time I was working at Arup as a graduate engineer and realised that Arup does a lot of supportive things for the communities, both in Australia and abroad. And so I put in an application with Mithra and we did a fair bit of fundraising to get this off the ground because I like to be funded independently. And then we went over there for a period of 15 weeks this year and worked with the local construction team to build the house designed for 8 children and a house mother to live.
We had, from an engineering point of view, a very Western sort of design, and we had Cambodian workers and Cambodian construction methods and Cambodian materials. So most of the problems I think that came up were really problems that were conflicts with that sort of interface there between the two different cultures.
We sent over a package of structural drawings to Cambodia for the builder to have a look at, to understand what he was going to be constructing and base all of his costings on this as well. But then when we got to Cambodia, we realised that he hadn't even opened the drawings. And in fact, he was measuring and basing all of his costings on this isometric picture on the front cover.
We were in a different part of the world. Every day had its challenges in communication. They speak Khmer, we speak English. We had issues in safety. The way that they do things over there is different to here.
We got to the timber construction phase and we basically had no timber on site. And we got this call from the timber supplier saying, we want to deliver all at once so that we don't have to pay bribes twice. And so we were like, what bribes? And then we realised that he actually didn't have a license to deliver wood. So in the end, Ellie and I decided to just cut him off. We basically decided, no, we're not going to take wood from this guy. And we sourced our own wood from the main city in Siem Reap. And we were able to get that within a week.
We had nicknames over there, Cafe de Gnocco. So wherever we went, in the local markets or at the orphanage, or when we went out and were actually teaching at the local school, everyone referred to us as coffee and milk, Cafe de Gnocco. It was such an honour and privilege to, at this stage in our careers, work on a project from concept to completion. And the things we picked up along the way, the skills in feasibility, costing, design, and of course overseeing construction and working with the local people and getting real hands-on and dirty with in this job. It was all fantastic stuff.
Of course there were challenges along the way, but by the end of it, they were able to build another house which was identical to the one we constructed with them. So that was of Australian standards, so high durability and of good quality.
Do you remember when we got accosted by the traffic police?
Oh.
And I had to pay a 75-cent bribe to get out of it?
Yeah.
Mango picking in the rain, fantastic things like that. And we just had the most awesome time with the children, the house mothers, the staff, the local people, the neighbours, the kids running along the streets every day, thousands of kids waving to us. Absolutely beautiful environment upon which to work every day.
And of course the exciting thing is that last month 8 new kids moved into our house. So there are 8 new kids who would have otherwise probably had no real future prospects.
Well, you can actually view the videos at arupcommunity.org. They're also available online at YouTube. Just type in Kampuchea House. Also go to Kampuchea House website, kampucheahouse.org. You can view some of our adventures anywhere along there. Fantastic stuff to watch.